Hello students, this is Sumit Bose and I am from the Bodhi Academy. Today we are going to discuss on the chapter Nazism and the rise of Hitler. Okay. Now before beginning this chapter, we all know who Hitler was. He was one of the most ruthless dictators of all time, one of the controversial characters in history. So the question comes into our mind that uh, all of a sudden an incident does not happen. Okay, so there are some reasons behind each and every incident. If we see the French Revolution, okay, which is one of the biggest incidents in the history, it didn't happen just like a just like that. Okay, there were some reasons for it to happen, and we are going to know that Nazism, how it came into power in Germany and how did Hitler rose. Okay, so first we are going to focus today on these following points. The first one is definition of Nazism. The second one is when did Nazism rose. The third one is reasons for the rise of Nazism and Hitler. And the fourth and the final one is conclusion. So without any further delay, let's move to our main topic, to our first topic, that is the definition of Nazism. Definition. Nazism is a political ideology rooted in the 19th century German racist movement. Okay, in the 19th century, a racist movement happened in Germany, and Nazism got its birth origin from that. Okay, racist movement. It emerged in the contents of Germany's default in the World War One and counter-revolutionary movements. Okay, so we all know that in World War One the Allied forces won and the Axis forces lost. And when the Allied won, okay, they said that the entire world war happened only because of Germany. They put the entire blame on Germany's shoulders, and they charged a huge ransom amount to Germany. So it created a lot of hatred. Okay, the condition was horrible in Germany, so it emerged. The Nazism just took that advantage. Nazism, okay, and it got originated. Okay, it got created. When did Nazism rose? The second point. Okay, our second point is when did Nazism rose. Hindenburg's son, the former Chancellor of France Van Popper, and Hitler Hindenburg acquiesced, and on 30th Jan 1933 he formally appointed Adolf Hitler as Germany's new Chancellor. So this began the mark of in the rise of Hitler in Germany. Okay. Now we are going on to skip to the third point, reasons for the rise of Nazism and Hitler. This is the most important point. Why did Nazism came in power? Question can be like this: well, how did Nazism came in power? What were the reasons behind it? Or how did Hitler came into power? What were the reasons behind the rise of Hitler? Okay, so let's check the answer. Reasons for the rise of Nazism. Okay, there were so let's check on the first point. The Nazis were strongly influenced by the post-World War I, which created a economic crisis due to World War One, and the Nazis exploited the situation and blamed the government. Okay, so after World War One, as Germany's resources were literally being drained out, the condition of Germany was horrible. Everywhere there were crises due to the lack of resources. Okay, so and the Nazis exploited the situation. They blamed the government for it. Okay, and the people somewhere used to were thinking that yeah, what did democracy give us? People slowly lost their hope in democratic government, and Nazis used this certain point as their advantage, and they came in power. Okay, this is the first point. The second point, the Treaty of Versailles. This is the most important point of this answer. Okay, let's read. The Treaty of Versailles took away many areas from Germany and was forced to pay a huge ransom as a compensation of war, and the Allied forces blamed Germany for the war. So this the Allied forces did. Okay, through this treaty, they stated that only Germany herself is responsible for this entire World War One. And if they are solely responsible for this World War One, they have to give a huge ransom as a compensation to the Allied forces, and many areas of Germany were divided between the Allied forces. Okay, so this treaty literally drained Germany and her resources, and it ultimately created a crisis. And due to this crisis, the people had to fight the crisis, and due to this crisis, the people lost their hope on the government and on the democratic government. They thought of something new. They thought that a change was needed badly. Okay, let's check on another point. This is the final point. The Germans lost faith in democracy. They thought that democratic government can give nothing, so they wanted different system to come, and the Nazis can give them that, and the young man Adolf Hitler can be a perfect leader. Okay, so after being defeated in World War One, the people lost their hope on the democratic government, and they thought that a change was needed in the system. They need another type of government which does not believe in democracy. And Adolf Hitler, a very young man, can lead the nation perfectly and regain its lost glory. Okay, and let's check on the final point, that is conclusion. Now in conclusion, we can say that what happened next, right? The Second World War started because of Hitler attacking Poland, and the consequences were horrible for the entire world. Many brave soldiers died, many innocent people lost their life. So due to this decision, and the rise in Nazism in Germany influenced the entire incident which is yet going to happen soon after the rise of Hitler. that is World War II, and the casualty status of World War II reached its sky limit. So we can in conclusion we can say that, okay, I hope you all understood it, and for more information and details, please contact the Bodhi Academy.